What is it that you really want to experience next? Or rather, what it is you really want to experience next? The stream of thoughts came like this. This is what I wrote. A moment of reprise away from all of the momentum and events you have built up for yourself. Revising and reflecting. How do you wish to feel now? What do you want to see and experience moving forward? And what steps to take to pivot to next? We not only are creatures of habit, but we definitely go into autopilot mode. We just repeat the same habits we do every day, whether that is constructive for us or not really serving us to help us move towards a future we like. With that being said, we're going to go into the reading. There is going to be 2 piles for you to choose on the screen, and once you have decided, you can go down to the timestamps in the description box below to select your pile and enjoy your reading. As always, this is a general reading for the collective. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't, and there's always a possibility that the reading will resonate with you at a later date, if not now, or perhaps not at all. But definitely these are for educational and reflective purposes only, for you to use as tools to help you in your daily life. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that if you guys feel called to both piles, you're welcome to listen to both. There might be messages in both piles for you guys. Pile 1, you have received the card, the Rebel, Participation, Sorrow, it's like it refuses to focus on sorrow. That's a sign right there. The Lovers, Inner Voice, Schizophrenia, Laziness. Alright, pile 1, the messages I'm getting for you is that what it is you really want to experience is a romantic relationship. You're experiencing moments of loneliness, but the reason for this moment of loneliness has a lot to do with that you guys are overworking yourself. But there's a layer of fear here that you're not acknowledging, that you're worried that if you don't work enough hours, that you won't have enough to save for a rainy day. And at the same time, there is some sort of fear or subconscious indirect judgment towards yourself about being lazy or being perceived as lazy, or worried that you would be coming across as lazy to others around you. But the truth of the reason why there's this fear, it's almost like a facade, like a fake fear, which masks the true fear. And the true fear is that you are feeling intimidated to allow for yourself to have space for a romantic prospect to enter your life. There is a hesitancy and intimidation towards the possibility of intimacy with another. That's what's really going on. Another thing that you really want to experience next is more social interactions. I feel like there is a lot of bridges you have burned over the past while. I'm even hearing, like, during pandemic, like during the past few years, a lot of heated arguments and debates has arisen, if that's the right word. I hear like political debates, political views, outlook on life. There was like a conflict of interest which led to falling apart of relationships, and because of such intense social climates that we're currently dealing with right now, there's a little bit of like, it's like, I don't want to say fear of backlash, but it's kind of like there's a little bit of fear of going back out there again to not re-establish, but to establish new connections. because it just feels like everyone is so sensitive these days that they can't take a joke. That's what you're feeling, pile 1. I'm going to rearrange these cards here because I feel like they're trying to tell me something else if I move it around. Some of you, pile 1, might even want to go and plan for a vacation. I know that I'm well aware some of you guys are on vacation right now, which is perfect. It's a perfect time for you to tap into your inner voice, to hear what it is that you really have to want to acknowledge within yourself. And there is a gap, there is a disconnection between what it is and where you are right now, whether it be like physical goals, tangible goals. A lot of it has to do with emotional goals. I'll show you guys the cards. See, like I moved it around and put it together, and like these two cards show like a gap. There's like a gap, both sides is a gap, right? There's like a disconnect between you and others, or a disconnect between the emotions you're feeling and the emotions that you wish to experience and share with others. So for the permissions card, you have I am allowed to dance. I am allowed to speak from my heart. And the third one, I am allowed to let my voice be heard. When I saw I'm allowed to dance, I thought about perhaps it's been a while since you've gone to a party, a club, a ballroom, like a festive celebration that allowed for you to dress up and socialize with others. So that might be something that is you need right now. One. It's been a while since you've interacted with others socially like that. I'm allowed to let my voice be heard. It led me to think that you've been holding back your tongue. That's what I've been hearing. You've been holding back your tongue, maybe because of these burned bridges and worried about people being too sensitive and not trying to offend them. It kind of led to you, because you've been holding back your tongue, it kind of ended up leading for you to have a blocked communication. Your throat chakra is blocked. You start opening it up again and allow yourself to really express and communicate, because that is how you're going to start allowing yourself to build intimacy and build a deeper connection with those around you, especially with the new established connections that you're trying to, or you're wanting to, from your heart's desire to establish, that your mind is not realizing right now or not really willing to admit. So the last permissions card is I'm allowed to speak from my heart. Yeah, okay, yeah, that reinforced what I just said. Your oracle cards are 29, balance. I understand and embrace the opposing forces in life that bring about balance. And then the second card is 2, meditation. I meditate daily to allow universal wisdom to flow through me. Okay, so pile 1. When I looked at your oracle cards of meditation and balance and basically everything else that was pulled out, I do sense there is a layer of anxiety that you have been facing, and this anxiety is a lot of stress accumulating from everything that's been happening. It's almost to the point where you're kind of emotionally unavailable and you don't really have a lot of tolerance for bullshit, I hear, as well as like you don't even want to have the possibilities of dealing with conflicts with others. But this is a call for you to realize that's because there has been a lot of stress and anxiety within your life that you may have not necessarily addressed, in the sense of working on actively bringing it to a balance, to keep it to a manageable level. So one aspect of it would definitely be meditation. If you have never considered that before, to try meditation. And if meditation is hard for you to sit there and just clear your mind, then yoga would be a good second suggestion, as yoga is technically meditation in motion, and it is a good practice to start putting yourself in a position where you can start clearing your mind and actually relaxing, like letting your mind chill out. I don't think you've really been allowing yourself to do that, pile 1. Just been a go go go. There's a lot of burnout energy here in this reading, so the moment you're able to actually meditate and find balance is when you're going to be able to be in a more calm state and actually become emotionally available. Allow yourself to hear your inner voice, so that you can start beginning to make space for allowing new connections to come in, which will increase the likelihood of your chances of romantic prospects without the guilt holding you back, of fear of being perceived as coming across as being lazy, or even additionally judging yourself as someone who's lazy because you have some toxic workaholic codependency behaviors when it comes to work-life balance here. Oh, this is a good sign. We're getting the card change flew out. Beyond illusion. Going with the flow and the source. Any more cards? Bottom of the deck is the miser. So the cards that flew out are change. That's what the symbols are. Astrology signs, yin yang. Yes, the alchemical symbol of like fire, up, and energy, electricity. Kind of gives me Simon Says. Simon Says kind of button. It's just so funny. And then there's the hexagrams. The next card is conditioning. Beyond illusion. Oh, butterfly! Look! Cool. And the source. So what I thought was really interesting is, aside from the fact that the butterflies were matching, the source and change were both like circular things. This is totally giving me like ovaries and sperm and the egg, and the sun, and the uterus, root chakra vibes all the way. But look, together, change, the source. So change from the source and conditioning beyond illusion. This is really a call, pile one, for you to really go back to your foundations, to the root of who you are. You have forgotten who you are. That's what's happening. Why have you forgotten who you are? Because you have worked so much that you didn't really make time for you anymore. And you used work as an excuse to put off making social interactions and connecting with others, because the true deeper underlying reason of not connecting with others is because it pains you to connect with others. Why? Because of how past connections have unfolded itself. So there's a call for you to really ask yourself, like, how long have you been holding onto this outdated fear and outdated perspective on life that's not serving you, because you do feel like you're stagnating, right? Let go of that conditioning. There's good conditioning and there's bad conditioning. Conditioning that serves you and conditioning that kind of like doesn't serve you. And when conditioning, mental condition that doesn't serve you, it's called brainwash. And in many senses of the words, pile one, you have technically kind of let yourself to brainwash yourself to be like a grouch and view the world negatively. Like, what's the use of going out there when people are like this? You're overgeneralizing people too much, pile one. You're not giving people the chance. Therefore, in return, as above, so below, you too are not giving yourself the chance. Giving yourself the chance for what? Giving yourself the chance to love again, to connect with others again, to allow for vulnerability and intimacy. To even allow yourself to stop judging yourself of, oh, if I relax and I don't work as hard, I'll be seen as lazy. So your relationship with others, which haven't been as healthy, has led to you developing an unhealthy relationship with yourself in return, right? So it's a really great opportunity now for you to go back to the drawing board and really ask yourself, what is it that really makes you happy? Innocence and breakthrough. For some of you, pile one, it's going to be fitness. You probably have been feeling like you've been neglecting your fitness, or it's a sport, something that's physical, a sport you have like forgotten about. Hockey, maybe it's even like you used to be into sports games and you would go to the bars and like order some wings with beer, and you would watch like the soccer game or football game or hockey game, and you would have like fellow colleagues around you to socialize with, and that's how you built a social life. Or maybe you've always been interested in entertaining something like that. Now is the time to try that again, especially in the past when you've had a bad experience and you allowed that to taint your interests and passions for going to the pub and watching your favorite sports. To give that another go and be open to the possibilities of building new connections with others who are healthy and not toxic. That's what I'm getting. Anything else? Possibilities. Yep, it's just keeping an open heart and an open mind. Yeah, so pile 1, that's what you really want to experience. You want to experience intimacy and reconnecting with others again. And in order to do that, you're going to have to bring your walls down to stop judging yourselves, and as well as just stop judging others, and to forgive what happened in the past and move forward with the knowing that things can be different, things can change. Okay, well, that is the reading for pile 1. I hope that resonated with you. And if you like this reading, or if this reading was useful to you or helpful for you or entertaining, please give it a like and subscribe. If you like to know more information about spirituality, I welcome you to visit my website to check out my blogs, and as well as my services if you would like to see my clothing designs or tarot reading services. With that being said, we're going to move on to pile 2. Okay, pile 2. See what cards you got for pile 2. You got dark matter, unseen forces at work, karma. Mercury, business, sales, promises. The Emperor, Leo, reputation, showmanship, chivalry, and loyalty. Water, 10. Corona Borealis, triumph after sacrifice, new beginnings. Two of air, Lepus, end of naivety. Sculptor, creative vision, artistic creation, the creator. I never noticed these other shadows around before. Interesting. More of air, Ursa Major, standing up for oneself. And you guys, pile 2, you received a lot of cards from the Conscious Spirit Oracle deck. Let's take a look. You got 30. Reach for your dreams. I don't think I've seen that card before. I am the creator of my own dreams and achieve them with confidence. That's why I keep getting goosebumps, because we have the creator card here, and that one is crazy. Number 1, Spirit awakens. I embrace my soul purpose and align all aspects of my life to it fully. (26) Crown Chakra. I know I am part of Source and my life is guided by divine wisdom. Number 40. At day's end, rest. I find peace in nature and rest my body and mind in order to connect to spirit. Oh, there's 3 cats here. I've never seen this card before. I like it. Look at those 3 kitty cats. Look at those 3 meow meows. Okay, I don't know why for this pile I'm sharing all the cards. Okay, so your permission cards, you also have received 3. First one is, I'm allowed to say screw it when I need a break. That's my first time seeing this. I like it. And a little times I want to break, just like the other card. All these cards are lining up. I am allowed to show my true colors. Oh, that's deep. That's a deep one. The last one. I'm allowed to want more. I love this. Pile 2. This one is a spiritual reading. For a long time, Pile 2, you have been working your darnest, I hear. Your darnest? Is that even a word? Working your darnest and your hardest to chase your dreams. You've been doing your hardest, trying your hardest to chase your dreams. This is your birthright, Pile 2. This is something you're meant to have and you're meant to do, and it's who you are. But others have seen your light and they see where you're headed and who you are meant to be this lifetime, and they didn't like it. And because of that, it caused for them to take drastic measures to hold you back. They even sacrificed themselves. They have done and set intentions towards you that were not the best, just so that you would not move forward, just so that you would not shine, just so you would not grow. They would do, say, or put you in circumstances where you would feel like you're the fool for speaking up your truth, for standing up for yourself, for creating what really resonates with you. They will make you feel like your original ideas are not original and that you copied other people. They will do their best to undercut you and undermine your accomplishments. Who are these people? Let's find out. Some of them I know for sure are spiritual practitioners, because this pile 2 is a very spiritual pile. And a lot of your life calling has a lot to do with inspiring the people, the collective, and helping everyone for the greater good. And there are some people who don't like seeing that, and they take upon themselves through working with the shadow, from a shadow perspective, from a shadow point of view, to manifest at your detriment. So, and there's also people who just simply are jealous and don't want to see you making progress because you're clear on what you want to do. So let's find out who these people are, and then we're going to find out what it is that you really want to experience next. Okay, pile 2? Who are these? I'm hearing colleagues. Work colleagues, or people in the same community as you, like a spiritual community. So we got, bottom of the deck, Karina. A risk to structure, stress, potential damage. So you don't see it coming because it's Titanic. You don't see it coming. These people are doing their best to sink your boat without you seeing it coming. And I'm also hearing a warning here. They are trying to use your arrogance against you, like to their benefit and at your detriment. So arrogance, so like just example, oh, this dress or this suit, it doesn't quite fit me, but it looks amazing, and I feel like it's probably 2 stitches away from bursting if I eat a little bit too much, or if I were to like kneel down and squat a little bit too hard. But because I really like it, I'm going to buy it anyway. And because so and so person, like a friend of me, made a comment that you could never even like dare to fit into that sort of suit or dress in your wildest dreams, because they're implying that you're like overweight. Out of spite and pride, you go ahead and buy it anyway, but you know there's a high chance that it's gonna be a wardrobe malfunction, but you do it anyway because you don't want to be denied of your own pleasures, even at the cost of being arrogant, and overlook the fact that this literally on a technical level your wardrobe is not comfortable to wear, but you go ahead and do it anyways. But because of this, later on the night they're gonna do something like make you drop your purse or drop your wallet, so you're gonna have to bend over, and at that very moment your suit or your dress rips. See what I mean? That's the energy here. So that would definitely be work environment. I could see how that would be a colleague, a work colleague would do something like that. The cards that flew out is Wheel of Fortune, Earth, Pegasus, from humble beginnings to the true potential. It's like a snake wrapping around a horse here. Never noticed that before. The next card is Supernova. Outburst, explosion, surprise. I did say surprise. I did say it's out of nowhere. That's the bottom of the deck. The star. Gemini. Stimulation, interaction, communication. Well, I know Gemini's are twins, but when it came out, I heard Two-Face. So this person, at least one of these people who are not supporting your dreams, they're two-faced. They might come across as very nice and helpful on the outside, when on the inside they're praying for your downfall. Earth 2, sextants, octans. Science, education, mentorship. Someone here, pile 2, someone here in this collective reading, you might want to think twice about who you're turning to for spiritual advice. You might have a spiritual mentor, a false mentor or false teacher who comes across like they're trying to teach you for your own good, when in fact they actually see you as competition. And they're just wanting to be your mentor so they could work really close with you to set you astray. That's not good, because they're trying to be at your detriment. So if you confide in them like a mentor would, like you would do for a mentor, they can be at like a very close early step of your game and see what you're gonna do next. And when they see you're towards a direction that's going to be helping you grow, they're going to give you a backhanded compliment or a discouraging feedback on how they don't think it's a good idea, and literally set you back. I don't think they were always this way. I think they became this way later on when they saw how much potential you really had. Okay, now that we know, let's go back and focus on what it is that you really want to experience next, pile 2. We're going to pull more cards. There's somebody at your workplace who could be higher up than you, like a manager or somebody who's in a higher position of authority, that could be abusing their power to make you work twice as hard than you should. Here's a warning for you to take a look at your manual to find your rights as a worker and exercise those, to set strong firm boundaries so they cannot exploit you of your time and your efforts, so you can be protected on how many hours you can work and what you're willing and not willing to do, and your rights within that, so that they cannot force you to do that, because you do need to rest. You can't burn out. It's not good for your health. I'm hearing freedom. Freedom of speech, freedom to express. I mean, yeah, that's why it's like, I'm allowed to show my true colors, I'm allowed to want more, I'm allowed to say screw it when I need a break. There's a lot of like working for someone else, living for someone else here, pile 2, when you have a purpose to fulfill. Somehow, somewhere along the line, you started prioritizing your time over to somebody else to take care of, but now is the time to go back to yourself, to bring it back to yourself. I'm literally hearing, if you can't afford to, you should quit that job of yours. I think it's a toxic work environment we're dealing with. So the cards that flew out are Comet, a sign of fate, harbinger of change. The second card is Pluto, finality, transition, distance, separation. The Fool, Sagittarius, travel, culture, life philosophy, adventure. And then the last card is Temperance, air, picture, assistance, encouragement, and patron. It's interesting, it's a horse again too. Both times, horse with snakes wrapped around it. So what does that represent? Horses represents movement, freedom, unbridled passion. Snakes, well, snakes are wisdom, cunningness, slyness. But if it's trying to restrict the horse, someone is utilizing cunningness, their wisdom, their sneakiness to withhold you and bind you so you cannot have freedom and unbridled passion. Either they're holding you by your tongue, holding you by your wallet, holding you by some sort of guilt, whatever it is, you need to break free from that now. It's time to break free. Even this person here has a snake wrapped around them. It's separation. It's like this snake is like influencing how you see the world. You see that? It's a snake covering one of your eyes. It's your right eye, so you cannot make judgment. You see the world through the lens of them, not yours, of others. Pile 2, what it is that you really want to experience next is freedom, travel, to resume back to your life calling, your passion. You always wanted to work for yourself. Yeah, you are an entrepreneur at heart, and you want to show what it is. You want to show the world what it is that you have, creations. But what it is that you need to sacrifice is this toxic connection, these toxic dynamics, the toxic part of you that enables people to stay and hold you back. There's a part of you that is allowing for others to hold you back. That's the part of you that's not serving you, and you must release that so you can reach for your dreams. So what can you do to release that part of you that enables people to hold you back? That is, Pasar 22, exchange of energy consumption. It's time for you, Pile 2, to make a sacrifice of your own. You have to lay to rest this part of who you are, this part that no longer serves you. You have to cut it away from yourself. It's gonna seem really harsh, but it's the part of you that doesn't serve. It's the part of you that is rotting and spreading into the parts of you that are wanting to grow. The part of you that enables for those to hold you back. The part of you that listens to other people's fears and doubts about you. The part of you that has fears and doubt about yourself. That's the part of you that needs to be cut away. That's the part of you that needs to be laid to rest. How can we cut away this part of us that doesn't serve us, that's holding us back, that's enabling and allowing for other people's fears and doubts to enter us and hinder us, when in fact what we really should be doing is listening to ourselves? The card number 5, Jupiter, conversation, persuasion, charisma came out, and the first thing I heard was affirmations. You need to start replacing your old limiting beliefs and practices and views about yourself and replace them with new ones that serve you. You have to intentionally choose affirmations that you want to start adding into your life and allowing those to incubate and grow. Yeah, because the next card is 2 of fire, Fornax, incubation and pregnancy. You have to deliberately plant new seeds into yourself from the parts that you have cut away, you have pruned. Now it's time to plant new seeds of intentions. Oh my god, that's why. Reach for your dreams. The woman who's reaching for her dreams, there's a little plant growing on the bottom. It's amazing. So you have to uproot those toxic aspects of yourself that are still people pleasing, that is still prioritizing people's fears and your own fears and doubts about yourselves over the truth and the unbridled passion and freedom about yourself and what it is you're meant to do. You have to start prioritizing that. You have to start making that voice louder than the rest, Pile 2, so that you can experience what you can experience next is freedom. You can experience the ability to allow yourself to express however you wish to and allow yourself to rest whenever you need to without somebody making you feel guilty for it or breathing down your back for it. Yeah. So that is your reading, Pile 2. I hope it resonated with you and that if you found this reading to be useful, please give it a like and feel free to subscribe to my channel if you wish. And I invite for you to take a chance to visit my website to read my blogs. I will be sharing more insightful spiritual and life content, as well as you can check out my clothing designs on my website as well if you wish to purchase any items, as well as my tarot reading services. Yeah, with that being said, that concludes the reading for today.